Yo, all right. I wanted to shoot a quick video here. It's kind of raw, and yeah, something that I want to get better at is shooting videos for you to watch. Something that I'm also getting better at is balancing quality or quantity. Right? There is a little balance, and today I just want to talk to you about your life and how you can better your life with consistency. Okay. And what does that look like? Okay, so let's just jump into this video right here. All right, this is both an exercise for you and me about consistency. Okay, what do you have going on in your life that you are consistently working towards with consistency, even if it's not the best, even if it's not the most time that you could put towards that week, but something that you're putting little bits towards every single day, right? And depending on what your goals are, mine is being a better filmmaker, a better coach, a more balanced person. I feel like something that I have been doing is spreading myself too thin and realizing that, like, having some moments where I'm overwhelmed, that, if you want to get really damn good at something, is to practice and focus on it consistently for weeks, months, and years, right? Something that is not really, not that it's not talked about, but I feel like something that you can never put enough attention on is how consistency will always win, right? I was just thinking about this the other day, where, like, in grade school, I thought it was stupid. Like, I thought that I didn't have the brain power to be able to do what my other classmates were doing by getting A's and B's consistently. I didn't have the same process that they had. I didn't know the process that you had to sit down with your books consistently. I kind of knew, but I was just like, I don't really want to do that. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather just show up. And I didn't understand that showing up meant showing up for your homework, showing up for your own studies without mandatory reading, right? In high school and in grade school, I just tried to get the best attendance because I was like, I might not be the smartest, but I'll show up. And then in college, I realized that, college professors don't give you all the information. You have to show up for yourself and learn the information yourself. And so if you're a filmmaker like me, showing up can look like reading criticisms of a movie that you've just seen. It's reading reviews of movies that you like. It's reading articles about what other filmmakers are doing, and reading books and talking to other filmmakers, and just consistently trying to understand what a filmmaker or director or writer is what they're trying to accomplish, and what your perspective is on that, right? More recently, I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty damn difficult. There was 2 years of COVID there, and I was on unemployment because filming was kind of challenging. A lot of it for me is on set, and as a sound mixer, they prioritized a lot of the video, tried to minimize as many crew members. And if I to be honest, I wasn't spending a lot of my times looking for gigs as a sound mixer. I was trying to build the coaching course that I have available now for you to take, so that you can have a high quality course, something with a lot of information, something with, market research, something that you have information that it has helped other clients before you even signing up for it. I've been able to help just a handful of people with their careers and with their lives, and seeing what they have accomplished in just a short amount of time of 2 months, and then I see the aftermath of that and checking in with them after a few months and seeing the projects that they're working on or the money that they're making. I love seeing that. I know that I'm a beginner coach, and that's something that I have to work on. And if you're a filmmaker and you want to get better at what you're doing, commit to it. You just have to fully commit no matter what someone says, right? And taking each step back as a learning experience. Anything that you are attempting to do, and even if you don't accomplish what you think you haven't accomplished, learn from it, right? Because if you're committed to this for years, if this is your life, you want to be the best at what you can possibly do. And by learning, instead of seeing something as a loss, every moment of your life, you're learning from your own life and learning from other people. This isn't just about your career, it's also about your artistic perspective. So, I just wanted to talk about from my perspective, with COVID happening, and then, I got flooded out of my basement apartment. I knew that I was like skipped around apartments because of COVID and wanted to move to a 1-bedroom, which I'm now living in, but I wanted to move into a 1-bedroom because during COVID I didn't like my living situation. I wasn't happy. And I realized how my happiness is important to me. Now, you may be somebody that is in the middle of something where you need to balance happiness and your goals. But for me, I knew that I was in a place where I've put myself in a position where my happiness didn't have a real chance to thrive, right? I've pushed myself so hard to get out of a negative situation. If you were like me, I got into the film industry without any connections. I paid for myself for college. You might be in a situation where you paid for yourself and you're still paying off loans, and you're making the best choice that you had at the time without a lot of backing, or a lot like financial backing or emotional people to fall back on. I realized that you might not have the opportunity that I have to overcome a lot of obstacles. So when, I was in a weird way really grateful, because I've been able to build my career for myself and pass on this knowledge onto you, and see what it takes to actually progress in something and progress in an area where you want to progress in. I was really grateful because I know what it's like to lock in and shut out distractions and move forward, right? Like when my basement apartment flooded, I had the tools at the time to be able to collect myself with a straight, I was able to think straight, first off, being able to think straight through a problem like that, and then come to a solution of like, okay, here's what I want to do. Here's the choices that I'm going to make over the next few months. And, now I think it's 6 months later, but I'm in a much better place, like physically and also mentally. The choices that I've made over the past 10 years are starting to come to full fruition, right? And you are going to get what the fruits that you've sown, right? Whatever you reap, you sow. If you're not familiar with that, I used to be a Christian, so a lot of like Bible terms of like, if you own a farm and you're planting a lot of banana seeds, you're going to get a lot of bananas down the line. So if you're in a position where you're starting out, or you're a little bit farther along your career, or whatever you're doing, if you keep planting seeds of positivity, of healthy relationships, good habits within yourself, within other people around you, those fruits will come to fruition. Sometimes it takes longer than others. but have the patience and growing the patience within yourself, having adversity within yourself, knowing that hard times are coming and being able to push forward through them yourself as well. Those are all really powerful seeds that you're planting. You just have to keep moving forward with that, with the confidence that you have that what you're doing are good seeds, planting them with intention, right? If you have a seed that you're not sure, say if I hand you a seed and I don't know what it is, right? Are you planting the seed and nourishing it just as much as you are all these positive seeds? That's why doing something with the intention of positivity or with progressing, planting a seed with intention, right? If you want bananas and you're just throwing random seeds into the ground and investing your time and energy on certain plants or within certain seeds, do you see this metaphor that I'm going for here? If you're nourishing and spending time with relationships, with habits, with things that are just kind of around, right? If you're not sure what the outcome is, investing your time and energy into it, right? Just take a moment and think about that. What could you be doing instead? What plant, what seed could you be investing your time and energy in for yourself that you would enjoy spending, right? That relationships, habits, these things have repercussions in your life, and they have the known repercussions and the unknown repercussions. Sometimes you're going to plant a seed that you don't know what's going to happen with it, but making sure that you're investing the appropriate time and energy into a relationship, into a project even, that is going to have the payoff that you want, right? If you're unclear about what the project's payoff is going to be, whether that's a personal or a professional project, right? Bringing awareness to how much time and energy you want to put into it, okay? There's some things that I put a lot of time into because I know that it's going to, like just say for today, I worked on a gig and, I know it's going to take 10 to 12 hours for that gig. Now, I'm not putting as much emotional effort into that. If something goes wrong, if something goes right, and I don't put in a lot of time investment before getting on set. And then afterwards, once I do it, I'm not lingering and ideating about what I could have done better or what went terrible. I'd move on with my life. And I suggest you do the same, unless you're at that stage where you want to get better at a thing. So you're reviewing the things that you did well and things you could be improving on. Right. So those are all really important things for you to do, just depending on what situation you're in. Okay. So I know I talked a little bit about where you might be in some of my experiences. And if you're somebody that wants to be very rock solid and move forward with their film career, no matter what happens, if you're someone that is ready and willing to work towards a beneficial career that you built for yourself, right? That you're not just like a leaf in the wind, just going to whatever happens, right? What I want you to do is contact me. If you want to work together and better your career, get more clients for yourself and make more money, if you want to build a great attitude and work ethic that works for you, and giving yourself patience and love, what I want you to do is call me and we'll get on the phone. We'll talk about what coaching would look like together, if my program would work for you, how I would be of service to you. And, this 8-week program that I've built for you is something that I'm really, really proud of. Each week we go over what your goals are. We solidify what your goals are. We make an attack plan for how you're going to accomplish that. And we bring it into your reality so that you take action. Not only that, We have groups for you so that you can also build your network, but also that you have other filmmakers that you can connect with, build your own relationships with, and ask for feedback from. Okay, so if you like this video, if you want to see more, leave in the comment section. Just let me know how this video has affected you and if anything really stood out to you. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you soon. Peace.